As a common can nugget, as a big common nugget, I'm not chick of Biafra.
If you allow yourselves to be deceived, things can only get worse. Fulani terrorists will take over your land. Time and time again, I have warned you on this very matter. You never ever listened. Because in this life, what goes around comes around. If you support evil today because you're benefiting, eventually that that evil will overwhelm you.
If you support evil today because you are benefiting from that evil or that system, eventually that evil will overwhelm you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Biafrans, depending on your location and your time. My name's David Nana.
And if you allow yourselves to be deceived, things can only get worse. Fulani terrorists will take over land. Time and time again, I have warned you on this very matter, but some of you never ever listened. Because in this life, what goes around comes around. If you support evil today because you're benefiting, eventually that evil will overwhelm you. And if you allow yourselves to be deceived, things can only get worse. Fulani terrorists will take over your land. Time I warned you on this very matter, but some of you never listened. Because in this life, what goes around because you're benefiting, eventually that evil will overwhelm you.
If you continue to support evil, eventually that evil will overwhelm you. That is the message of our leader, Mazin Nandekano, to you and to everyone.
said, I'm a canker nugget. I said, be the camera nugget. I'm not chico Biafra wego. Money Biafra wego. Want to live in neck as you go. I got Tandi La Naba. See my baby, I feel back. To buy a phone for you.
December 2nd, Nigeria was busy carrying propaganda against me because I'm fighting for my people, and I have succeeded in getting the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans, giving their mandate under my leadership. I am talking about legal age of over 50 million Biafrans. The history is being made, and I thank you all for believing in me.
I said, I'm a canker nugget. I said, be the camera nugget. Biafra wego. I got Tandi La Naba. See my baby, I feel back. To buy a
Carrying propaganda against me because I'm fighting, and I have succeeded in getting the mandate over 50 million Biafrans, giving their mandate under my leadership. I am talking about legal age of over 50 million Biafrans. The history is being made, and I thank you all for believing in me.
As a common can nugget, as a big common nugget, I'm a chick of Biafrans, woman, if you have to be one to live with neck as you go, like a Tandila Naba, see my baby, I feel back, to buy a phone for you. Baba, December 2nd, Nigeria was busy carrying propaganda against me because I'm fighting for my people, and I have succeeded in getting the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans, giving their mandate under my leadership. I am talking about legal age of over 50 million Biafrans. The history is being made. And I thank you all for believing in me. As a common can nugget, as a big common nugget, I'm a chick of Biafrans, woman, if you have to be one to live with neck as you go, like a Tandila Naba, see my baby, I feel back, to buy a phone for you. Baba, December 2nd, Nigeria was busy carrying propaganda against me because I'm fighting for my people, and I have succeeded in getting the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans, giving their mandate under my leadership. I am talking about legal age of over 50 million Biafrans. The history is being made. And I thank you all for believing in me.
Biafrans, good morning, good afternoon, good evening once again. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of this program this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, depending on your location and your time. Yes, Abaraka na Zana, ndị ji wee na-akọnye. Okay, you have to be very much prepared for whatever you have to do. You have to prepare for your freedom. You have to be prepared for your liberation. You have to be prepared for the defense of your land and your city. Oya bụ agbara aka na-aza ana, ndị ji wee na-akọnye. If you are not prepared, those who are very much prepared will overtake you, and you are going to lose that your land. We are fighting for our freedom, and we must be prepared to face the actions that is going to come with.
Asabiti kama nege, mama chiko biafra wego, mwana biafra wego, mwa believe neke ziego, kaka kutandila naba, sima beti kaife baka, kutobaya komfort baka. Baba tago, Baba tago, don't look up bananya. December 2nd, Nigeria was busy carrying propaganda against me because I'm fighting for my people, and I have succeeded in getting the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans.
$50 million Biafrans that voted for exit of that evil contraption called Nigeria. Where are the 50 million Biafrans in support of their total exit through funding out of this terrorist Nigerian state? Over 50 million Biafrans in the homeland and in diaspora are those who are above the 18 years of age. In other words, these are students, these are businessmen and women, these are working class as well, these are the elderly. But we have a very young population. Where are these over 50 million Biafrans who voted in the self-referendum for the exit of Biafra out of Nigeria? Where are they in this support for the freedom of our people financially? Because we are the ones who are funding our freedom. You have to fund the freedom because we are not yet a free nation. Once we are free from the terrorist Nigerian state, our government will now be in charge of activities and governance in our land. But as it is right now, our liberation, our recognition is capital intensive. It is funded by Biafrans. So we appeal to Biafrans who are within the range, who are within this circle of 50 million Biafrans that voted for the self-referendum. We are calling on you to come and support the freedom financially so that we are going to evict these terrorists out of our land. Just like our former Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpanjoku, you can see him rejoicing. You can see how happy he is for achieving that feat. We want to also rejoice and dance as well in achieving the recognition and the total exit from Nigeria. You see, every leader of Biafra that comes into this liberation has one thing very much unique about himself. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, came with preaching in-depth analysis and in-depth teaching about the origins, the traditions, the do's and don'ts, and the need for us to be free out of the Nigerian state. Our leader came in such a very special and unique way, educating our people, raising their consciousness, letting them to understand that it is only through our freedom that they can attain their potential. And a lot of people, both the elderly, the young ones, even children unborn, love our leader and love what he did and love what he continued to do. That is why, if up to tomorrow, our leader left an indelible mark in the lives of Biafrans worldwide, and even where he is today, people are still waiting for him, thinking that, oh, without him, that Biafra can never be restored, because of the love they have for him and because of their little understanding they had, but they do not understand very fully well how freedom works. That government is a continuum. Freedom is like a continuum. Freedom fighting. It does not start and stop with one person. So when our leader was kidnapped from Kenya, the responsibility fell on Mazi Simon Ekwanjoko, the prime minister between 2022, 23 to 2025 and early 26. Okay? So, when the responsibility fell upon him, the prime minister, Mazi Simon Ekwanjoko, also came out with a very unique way. Of this video, you can see his unique way of sending home his message to the lovers of freedom, Biafrans all over the world. He came with a very detailed expositions. He came with a very detailed planning on how Biafra will be restored, and he eventually culminated it into the reactivation of the Biafran Republic government in exile that was responsible, that conducted the self-referendum that garnered over 50 million Biafran votes. And many people love him. We still love him till tomorrow. But Biafran restoration is a continuum. The Nigerian government saw that Noazi Simon Ekwanjoko is a kind of obstacle to them. And they have to liaise, they have to bribe Finland. France, Nigeria, and Finland came together and agreed on what to do. Money and goods and our oil exchange hands, and they arrested our prime minister, and he was in detention and jailed to 6 years. Government is a continuum. He cannot be a prime minister in detention and giving orders while in detention. And just like he said, after the unveiling of the Biafran Republic government in exile and our charter, he said that no particular person is going to hold Biafrans hostage. So the Biafran government cabinet members came together and now elected Ogechukwu Nkere as the prime minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile. And Ogechukwu Nkere also is coming with his unique way of sending message across to the Biafran nation. So my wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters, the end goal is for us to be free out of the terrorist Nigerian state. While our leader and our former prime minister is still in detention, we are not going to take orders from them. We are not going to listen to whichever order that is coming from them, because they are not free people yet. We have a prime minister that is very much active is not in detention, is not in any way under the control of any foreign body. And that is the Prime Minister that is in charge of the Biafran activities, Biafran government as it stands right now. So it is the responsibility of Biafrans in the homeland, in diaspora, all over the world to support our Prime Minister, Ogechukwu Nkere. Very, very important. Having said that, I want us to look at the topic that we have. It is very much interesting what has happened in the recent weeks, in the recent days, since on Monday, the Nigerian government terrorist representative in Biafran land, Anambra to be precise, Soludo, locked the shops of Biafrans in Main Market, Onitsha Main Market. The reason for Soludo locking the shops of Biafrans is because Biafrans were obeying the sit-at-home order. Biafrans were voluntarily sitting at home since 2021. Since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, was kidnapped from Kenya and brought to Nigeria in their shenanigan court, the Biafran people have been sitting at home every Monday to press home for the release of our leader and to demonstrate their civil disobedience to the government, which is their constitutional right. It is their constitutional right to sit at home at will. So the Nigerian government representatives in our land who coincidentally were given political power, they saw it as an affront on their person. They saw it, the delegitimization, as something that they are not comfortable with. And so therefore, Soludo, Sodara, Sodom decided to lock up the shops of Biafrans who are sitting at home. This is an economic sabotage. This is an economic sabotage against the Biafran nation and against the Biafran people. And 2 days or yesterday, he now held a meeting and said that, oh, Biafrans should take register in their markets, that anybody that did not come to the market, their shop will be locked indefinitely. Otherwise, he's going to demolish the Onitsha modern market. That is very, very interesting. Biafrans, don't be dismayed. Biafrans, don't be in any way worried or bothered about the threat of Soludo. This is not the first time such threats have been coming. In Enugu State, his counterpart Mba also threatened Biafrans, locked up their shop, up to no avail. So this is economic jihad against our people. You are telling the people that Anambra State is losing millions of dollars of naira every Monday, and you yourself are locking the whole market for a week. So who is fooling who? Those days that this market will be remain locked, who is losing the money? Is it the people or you, the government? So this is economic jihad against our people, and our people should know that this is one of the sacrifices that they are going to pay for Biafra to be restored. But one thing they should understand is that Monday sit at home is sacrosanct, is divine for the release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody that fights against the Monday sit at home is fighting Chukwu Okike Abiyama, is fighting the gods and goddesses of our land, is fighting the creator of the heaven and earth, because Biafran Restoration Project is God-defined project. It is Chukwu Okike Abiyama that called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to this project. So everything that we are doing on his behalf in order to release him is divine and is supported by the stars, the sands, the sea, the sun, the waters that Biafra land, the air that comes from Biafran territory. So, irrespective of the actions that the Soludo and the Nigerian terrorist administration are taking against our people in our land, Monday sit at home still remains very much sacrosanct. Monday, Biafrans will be sitting at home. Soludo can come and do his worst and demolish the market. Then Biafrans, and he will have Biafrans to contend with. We are going to chase him out of that government house and tell him that we, the people, are the owners of the land. Very, very important. So Biafrans, having said that, because I don't want to waste too much time, I want to also remind Biafrans that today is a very important town hall meeting. The first of February is our town hall meeting. Is our donation. Tomorrow is our town hall meeting. Today is our fundraising. We fundraise for the recognition of Biafra. We fundraise for the liberation of Biafra. We fundraise for the eviction of those occupiers in our land. So we are calling on Biafrans, those who are in diaspora, in the homeland, anywhere that you are, as long as you are a Biafran, you are very much free to join today's fundraising. Make sure that you are part of today's fundraising. It is very, very, very important because a lot of things are happening. Even as the terrorists are using their stooges in implementing their destructive actions, policies in our land, we, the Biafran people, will continue to fight until we will eventually be victorious. While the terrorists are using so many means of raising money and fighting against Biafra, the Nigerian government are using the terrorists to kidnappings, and when they kidnap, they raise funds and buy more ammunition. They are using corruption. When they embezzle the money, they buy more ammunition. They are using organ harvesting. When they sow the organs, they use it to buy more weapons against Biafra. But Biafra is only funding their own freedom. It is our responsibility, you and I that want to be free out of Nigeria, it is our responsibility to support the government that is actually speaking and standing for the Biafran nation. The Biafran Republic government, NEZA, is known in Washington, D.C. for what they are doing for the freedom of Biafran nation. Our Prime Minister, Ogechukwu Nkere, is also well known in Washington, D.C. Our attorney, Dabere, our lobbyist, Elias, is also well known in Washington, D.C. So all the actions, all the lobbying effort that is happening in Washington, D.C., it is the Biafran people that are funding their recognition. And it's through your donation that the attorneys and lobbyists are being paid. So you see that it is not easy. And that is why we are asking over 50 million Biafrans that voted for the self-referendum. We are calling on you to be part of this fundraising. Very, very important.
and have succeeded in getting the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans, giving their mandate under my leadership. I am talking about legal age of over 50 million Biafrans. The history is being made, and I thank you all for believing in me. December 2nd, Nigeria was busy carrying propaganda against me because I'm fighting for my people and in getting the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans, giving their mandate under my leadership. I am talking about of over 50 million believing in me.
say come can nugget. I said the come nugget. I'm not pick up Biafra wego. Want the Biafra wego. Want to live in neck as yego. Like a tandy la naba. See my baby I feel back. To buy a phone for you. Baba taco.
So just like I was saying, over 50 million Biafrans that casted their vote for the self-referendum. We need everybody to come on board and support the freedom of our people. Come and fund your liberation. Come and fund your restoration. Come and fund your recognition. Very, very important. Having said that, appreciate everybody who was part of this broadcast. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do well and subscribe to our channel. Very, very important. And share this information to get to Biafrans, over 50 million Biafrans that voted for the self-referendum. We need your vote to count in the funding as well. We need you to come and support your freedom, because what is happening in our land can only be stopped by the Biafran government in exile. What the atrocities of the Nigerian government against our people can only be stopped by the Biafran government in exile. And it cannot be stopped without having the financial backup from Biafrans. The Biafran government is appealing and soliciting for your support to continue to fund the liberation. You can as well embrace the special IOU loan, where you make money after a period of time that Biafra is restored. Loan the government your money ranging from 1,000 AJ, which 1,000 AJ, which is approximately $1,000, and you stand a chance of getting double when Biafra is fully restored. This is the time to make history, Biafrans. We must be free out of the Nigerian state. Our leaders must be free as well. So it is our duty, it is our responsibility to fund our freedom, so that eventually we are going to dance together like our Prime Minister you see here, dancing for the achievement of that feat of 50 million Biafrans who voted for the self-referendum. So that together, all of us, we are going to dance for the recognition of Biafra, now that America is so much concerned and interested in the issues of our freedom. Biafrans, today is our fundraising. Make sure you are part of it. Make sure you are part and parcel of today's fundraising. Very, very important. No amount is too big or small. 1 AJ, 1 AJ, 2 AJ, 2 AJ will be very much appreciated, because our government needs money in order to operate, so that our freedom will no longer be far from us. The time to act is now. Make sure that this information gets to those in main market, Onitsha. This is the reason we are asking you to support the Biafran freedom, because it is the government that is going to stand and speak for you. It is the Biafran government that is going to defend you. Now that Soludo is threatening Biafrans, who is speaking for the Biafran people? It is only this government that is speaking for the Biafran people. And that is why we are telling you to support this government. Don't listen to anybody telling you or trying of what the government of Biafra is doing. Nobody is doing anything for your freedom except the Biafran Republic government in exile. And that is why we are calling on you to fund this government, to support this government, so that it will do more. More importantly, in Washington, D.C., because that is where the world politics is being played, in United States of America. And as God could have it, our Prime Minister is a citizen of America. He is there in Washington, policymakers, and those who are going to speak for our freedom. So all we need is your support to make things happen. Ndewonu mu Chineke, and I really appreciate our Prime Minister, His Excellency Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere. Continue to do what you are doing for your people. I also appreciate our lobbyists, Elias. Elias, thank you so much. Amanda Beres, thank you so much. Our Biafran Defense Forces, we appreciate you so much. The Information Minister, Sonia Akbarawa, we appreciate you so much. And Biafrans who are donating, we appreciate every one of you so much. Don't worry, hang on, we are close to our total freedom. And once we are free, we are going to rejoice together and forget all the hard days and hard times that we find ourselves in during the course of this restoration. Very, very important. And our Prime Minister, please, if you are listening, or if our Prime Minister will listen to this broadcast, please, sir, we the Biafran people, we are so much tired of seeing unscrupulous elements on the social media, more especially those that should be held accountable, disrupt and destroy the freedom of our people. Please, action should now be taken against these people who are actively fighting every day and night to destroy the sufferings, your commitment, your tenacious, your consistency, and your courage in going to Washington, D.C. and meeting policymakers. The people that are trying to be a brake on the wheel of progress, we want them to be held into account. Please, our Prime Minister, we are tired of seeing when you are saying things, people are counter-moting it. When you are doing something to liberate our people, people are trying to disrupt or distract or trying to destroy what you are doing. We, the Biafran people, I am trying to speak for the Biafran people, yes, because I understand that majority of Biafrans, they are so much concerned that, oh, Ngozi is doing this, Emma is doing that, other people like Ajayre is doing this against the government instituted that is known in Washington, D.C. to be speaking for the generality of the Biafran nation. So we want you to initiate moves to be able to hold these people into account so that others will be deterred from going forward in carrying out all manner of propaganda against BRGIE and against your person. So, Your Excellency, Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere, the Prime Minister, please, we appeal to you to look into this matter to make sure that all these people are held into account. We want to be focused. This is 2026. We want to be focused and our eyes on the ball, on the prize, which is Biafran recognition. We no longer want any distraction from anybody. Thank you so much, sir. And Biafrans, make sure your support. Make sure you send your support. Go to our website, as you see on the screen, www.biafranrepublicgovernment.org, and make your donation for your liberation and for your freedom. A stitch in time, they say, saves 9. The time to be free out of zoo is now. So thank you so much. Let us continue to rejoice with our Prime Minister until they are eventually out from their various detention facilities. I remember as David Nana signing out from my location, and see you later in the day in our fundraising. Ndewonu ụmụ Chineke. Subscribe to this channel, The Questionnaire, and bye from here.
In getting the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans, giving their mandate under my leadership. I am talking about legal age of over 50 million Biafrans. The history is being made. And I thank you all for believing in me.
No,